Anybody ever used Evernote? At least somebody has. Well, I don't know how it's ended up looking so much like Evernote. I think they probably copied me is what happened. But this is what we're making. So we've got some, well, this is not the live version. This is just an HTML file that contains the basic UI. But there's actual code out here somewhere. I had it open this morning. Let's find it again. So let's do GitHub. Let's go bootcamp /note herder. Yeah. There we go. So this is what we're making. I've got some notes. I can click on one. It populates the form. I can type some stuff in here. I can italicize stuff. I can make some bullets. Very nifty. Switch between notes. I can delete one, deleted. I can create a new one. When I delete one, notice it goes back to an empty one. So watch what happens when I start typing. First of all, look at the URL. I'm just on /notes here. Oh man, I've got like an ID up here now. And look, it started adding it right away. Oh, look at that. Just like magic. When I switch notes over here in the list, the URL changes. So if I refresh the page while I've got one of these up, yep, it goes straight back to that one. But this is a single page app. I've got one loaded here and I want a brand new one. I hit new. Totally does it. Heck, I can sign out. Oh man, look at this. I can sign in with Google. I can sign in with GitHub. Let's sign in with GitHub. Totally works. Check that out. I got separate users and everything. It's pretty snazzy. So this is what we're going to make. Now, this is not a CSS class. So the CSS is pretty much all written for you. If you look at the website for the class, or the GitHub for the class, there's a project in there called Note Herder Static, or Static Note Herder, sorry. Static Note Herder, that's what this is. So nothing happens when you click these things, but it's the entire UI just built out in HTML and CSS. So all that's in there is notes.html, signin.html, which is the sign-in page, style.css, and then this media folder has some images, and Fave Icons has a bunch of Fave Icon files for different platforms. So we're just going to copy some assets out of here that we can do with what we did with Dwarf Underground and just kind of break it up into components to start with, just to build out our UI. So that's what we're going to do. So get a copy of this on your computer somehow. You can use git clone if you want. You can download the zip file, whatever you want to do, but just get yourself a copy of this thing. Static Note Herder. I'm going to paste a link straight to Static Note Herder in Slack for the lazy. Clone it, download the zip. I don't care. Just do that thing. And we're going to copy some files out of there. Once you have Static Note Herder copied down one way or another, go ahead and open a window with those files. On a Mac, you can just say open space dot. On Windows, you should be able to say start space dot, and it'll open an Explorer window or a Finder window, depending on your platform. So here we go. This is my Static Note Herder thing. And then I also want to open a window to my actual Note Herder project. So one easy way to do that, in VS Code, just right-click on it, say Reveal in Finder. And it did it over on my other screen, but here we go. Here's my Note Herder project. Got my node modules folder. That's my giveaway, which one's which. Node modules, that's my React, right? We're just going to copy some files. So notes, sign in, and style. You could copy it to the root directory if you want. I'm going to put it in public. You can copy, you can move, it doesn't matter to me. To move on a Mac, you hold down Option as you drag, and I'm going to copy it into my public folder. Notes, sign in HTML, and style.css. Just so I can have them there to refer to, and maybe copy and paste out of. The fave icons folder. Don't copy the folder itself, but copy everything that's in it, also into the public directory. So take all these files, copy it on over to the public directory. It will ask you if you want to replace existing files. There should be 2 files that already exist, faveicon.ico and manifest.json. Go ahead and replace them. We're replacing that React logo icon there with a little quill icon for Note Herder. Then we've got this media folder, which has some images in it. And those I'm going to actually put into the source directory as though they were JavaScript. So copy these 4 images over to the source directory. All of it into public. So when I'm done doing that, I see 18 changes. So public now has a bunch of files that weren't there before. Source has 4 new files. 18 changes total since my previous commit. I'm going to say add assets from static project. And they're just going to be there. The HTML and CSS are just going to be there for us to refer to. And that fave icon is actually going to replace the one that's there. So if you do a shift refresh in Chrome, you should actually see the fave icon change. Now it's a little quill. It's pretty small up there. But it changed. It's no longer the little atomic thing. All right.